Hello, hello. Welcome back to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, I opened a few cards and da, there is once again a repetition. A repetition, and it's amazing because earlier today I had this thought coming up. Why are they repetitions all the time? Like, I did a reading for the membership, and there was two cards that were one after the other and the same vibe. We had the reading with all the tens, and we had another reading, I think it was with all the twos, and now we have a reading with, on those five cards, we have three sixes. And if you want to know what came to me, it was, I explained to you about the truth that was coming out in layers about you, the lies that were made about you, the smear campaign, all those kind of things. And the truth, the clarity, I told you I felt that it was coming out in layers. Here I kind of feel that those repetitive numbers are talking about cleansing different layers of people. So in the membership reading that I did for the coming week, there was a very strong energy of the Scorpio, right? So we had the 8th house, we had the Scorpio. It's all about transformation, releasing of things that are not necessary anymore in order to have a rebirth in some kind of way, transform something. And I kind of feel that this is a little bit what is happening with those repetitive numbers, right? So let's get into this one. So we have, as said, a lot of sixes. A six is kind of a positive number in the tarot, if we can truly define as positive or negative, it's like science. There is the positive and the negative in everything, right? But here it kind of feels that, first of all, I will concentrate on the other cards that are not the sixes, because there is here a lot of truth, a lot of mental clarity coming out. First, we have this Queen of Swords that is here, talking about mental clarity. As said, somebody who is paying attention to the words that are coming out of their mouth. The Queen of Swords is not especially somebody that talks a lot, but when she says something, you better listen, because she's not talking a lot, the words are important. So we have here the Queen of Swords, and then we have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is in the 5th position, so this is truly talking to me about what the path shift is in some kind of clarity that is coming out. People understanding something, seeing some kind of truth, maybe because you have expressed it. So we have a queen here, but we know that the card is just talking about energy. So you might be a masculine, you might be a feminine, it doesn't matter. But it kind of feels that people now might understand that when you are saying something, it's not air, right? It comes from a place of clarity and truth. And I kind of feel that in the past, maybe they might have taken your words, with lightness, or, maybe not taking them very seriously. Kind of feel that now it's very, very different, because also we have here, let's start with the sixes, we have the 6 of Cups in the 2nd position. So the 2nd position, we are talking about other people, your relationships, your partnerships, maybe your family, maybe your friendships, maybe people at work, I don't know. But we have the 6 of Cups here, so we are talking about people thinking back to the past, maybe being even nostalgic now that they know that whatever you expressed here, that they might have totally overlooked. They understand now that in fact you were talking truth here. And this is creating a shift, right? The Ace of Swords is in the 5th position, which is the place of the shift. More than that, we are starting here with the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles here, it's truly talking to me about fairness, about you being seen as someone caring, someone generous, someone coming from a good place, right? And then we have here the 6 of Swords. So, with the 6 of... So first of all, let's observe that we have 3 times 6, 6, 6, 6, and we have 3 times the swords. Swords, swords, and swords. Here it's called voices, but it's the same, right? With the 6 of Swords in reverse, this is kind of telling me that a lot of people are thinking, right? There is some kind of discomfort. They are thinking about the past. Yeah, it's not peaceful inside of them, right? It's not like they are realizing that they made a mistake about you. There is some kind of clarity, and that's all. It's not the case, right? With the 6 of Swords in reverse, the 6 of Swords is talking about going towards calmer waters. So here they are not going towards calmer waters, right? So, let's see. Am I taking more cards? Yeah, I think that I will. We haven't done ooh, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Hello, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We had her a lot in the past, right? Okay, so listen. This is the thing. You were dealing here, or the people that we are talking about here, are very much about their status and their image. So they are using words in a manipulative way. And this is the reason why they have judged your words in the same way. This is why they didn't hear your words as truth. It comes from the place that they are not trustworthy with their words. Their words don't reflect truth. It reflects image, status, hiding maybe, manipulating, charming. So it doesn't come from a true place. And this is why they might have thought that you were the same. And kind of feel here that now they might be realizing, in fact, that this is the main difference. It is that you, when you are saying something, there is no manipulation there is no I'm trying to impress you, there is none of that. There is speaking truth, paying attention to the words that you are saying, and this is what is illuminated now. And it's interesting because we have the 6 of Swords here in reverse, so people are uncomfortable with that, right? When I'm saying uncomfortable, it's more like it is agitating them in some kind of way, right? And it might be agitating them because they might now have some kind of regret about the past, right? Realizing that you were somebody who was truly generous while they might have been in conditional relationships, right? Okay, let's take 3 more here. Sets. Oh, so interesting. The 3 of Pentacles in reverse. With enough. Yeah, listen. Obviously, we have here the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the 8 of Cups here. You have taken distance from them. You are not working with them. Maybe because I kind of feel that what you might have realized, it is that you needed to defend everything that you said. That when you were saying something, there was some kind of they were not taking you seriously. And I kind of feel that this is the reason why you might have decided not to work with those people, when in fact, I kind of feel that what you might not have seen, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but what I kind of feel, it is that in fact, they were not doubting of you because of you. They were doubting of your words because their words are all about image, status, manipulation. Their words are not a reflection of truth, right? But at the end of the day, right, you decided that you don't want to collaborate with them, you don't want to work with them. The Three of Pentacles here in reverse. And very interesting, in the place of karma, their karma, in some kind of way, it is the fact we have the Tower in reverse. So your world didn't crumble the moment that there was no more working together, right? It's not what happened. What happened, you took distance, you went towards your peace, your healing, towards the sun. This is what you did, even if you needed to leave behind people or things that you had some kind of emotional attachment at the end of the day, because you might have felt very misunderstood. You might have felt that you need to defend everything that you are saying. You got tired of it. But I kind of feel that you might have thought that it was related to you. And I kind of feel that it was not related to you, it was related to them, right? This is how they are operating, this is what they are doing. They are not speaking truth, and so at the end of the day, this is the result, right? So I'm thinking, what deck do I want to use here now? I kind of feel like using this deck. Okay, so let's get a little bit deeper into that. Just a reminder, this is a collective reading, which means that it's a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, like for example with the Queen, I'm not especially talking about the gender, I'm talking about the energy of the card, right? So apply it however it applies to the situation or the people in your life, and this reading can be past, present, or future. So, let's see, I'm making my life complicated because here the elements are not in the classic way, and here we have a German deck. But it is what it is, right? So let's see. Let's see. What should we know here about this Six of Pentacles? Okay, the Two of Wands in reverse. And the Eight of Swords in the upright. This truly tells me, right, that those people didn't take you seriously. But as said, you know, maybe they didn't take you seriously because you were not playing the game, right? You were not playing the game. You were coming from a very authentic place. And so I kind of feel that they overestimated you. Wait 1 second. This is in reverse. This is in the upright, and this is in reverse. Okay. Yeah, and here's the thing. There is here something that they didn't see, and they didn't see. What they didn't see, it's you, right? That you were coming from a authentic place, you were not playing the game, you were not doing none of that, and they didn't see it simply because they are stuck in their own ways, right? As said, you know, when people are acting a certain way, they think that everybody is acting the same way. You already need to be in some kind of awareness and having some kind of understanding in order to know that it's not the case, right? Most people, they are not even questioning their beliefs. They are just living their life, you know? Let me check if you can see all the cards. You can, and I have even more space. Okay. Anything more here about... You know, there is something else that is coming to me regarding this Six of Pentacles. You know, if you were dealing with people who were all about the image and all those kind of things, I kind of feel that they might even have been something about what you are giving. And what I mean by that, it is... I kind of feel that I already explained this to you in another reading some time ago, but like, you know, when somebody had an event or something like this, I was a photographer in my last life, and so I thought that the most beautiful present that I can do to someone, it is to make them a picture, a session, artwork, you know, doing something coming from me, you know, something that nobody else can make. But, you know, if we are talking about those kind of people, I kind of feel that they might have seen it like a cheap present, right? Because maybe they were all about getting money or getting something... you know, it's like the more you pay, the more you are respected in some kind of way, you understand? And even though my photo sessions, if you wanted to buy it, it was a very expensive gift, a gift that at the end of the day I would have never given that monetary to people, right? Because I would have given a third maybe than what my session truly cost. But I kind of, you understand what I mean? That whatever you did, the attention that you give, for example, whatever you gave in the connection, which are things that cannot be bought in the shop, right? Your empathy, your willingness to truly listen, speaking from a place of authenticity, this is of such high value, especially in the world that we are living in. But if those people don't even see it for what it is, so they might totally disrespect it, you understand? And I kind of feel that maybe because you didn't play the game, right? Trying to impress them with bringing a huge present, for example, yeah, just an example, they dismissed you in some kind of way, right? So whatever you gave that was truly of high value, they didn't even consider it to be high value. Is there anything more that you want to tell me about this Six of Pentacles? The Moon in reverse. Yeah, it kind of feels that now they can see it. The Moon in reverse, there is something here. I truly feel here, you know, with the Moon, we are talking about hidden. We are talking about people that might have some kind of plan that is not seen, a hidden agenda. The Moon is in reverse. So I kind of feel that people now understand that you were truly coming from a very transparent place, a very authentic place. You were not hiding anything. When you were saying something, you meant what you said. You know, I had a few occasions. When I'm talking about me, it's not about me, right? I'm trying to maybe remind you of things that might have happened to you, or maybe share some idea that might bring you something, right? But I had a few times, you know, that, for example, I was in a difficult situation with a person, and so I was talking to another person, and I was saying, yes, you know, I'm dealing with someone, and this person is doing this or that or that or that or that. And, you know, I'm confused, or I don't know what to do about it. And when I was talking about another person, right, that often I didn't even name because it was not relevant, they thought, I could feel in their energy that they thought that I was trying to tell them something about them, you know? When I would have never done that. If I have something to tell you about you, I'm coming straight, I'm telling you, you know? I have this issue with you, or why are you doing that? But because they might be doing that, I kind of felt that they took it personally. Like if I was trying to sneakily, yeah, everything, this is the word, everything, because they are sneaky about everything, they see sneakiness everywhere and they are misinterpreting everything. You understand what I mean? And I kind of feel that now they understand that you were not hiding anything, there was no sneakiness, you were not trying to pass messages, like in a sneaky way, none of that, right? So let's see here. The Six of Cups, nostalgic, remembering of the past. It's interesting because we have a mirror here also, right? Yeah, the Two of Pentacles in reverse. They realize now, in fact, how unfair they have been because they spend their time judging you when you were coming from a very pure place and you were dealing with their nasty energy, right? Yeah, it's very interesting because I'm attracted to the mirror. I kind of feel that there is a mirror effect now. The same way as before they were projecting something on you that was coming from their mirror without even questioning it. I kind of feel that they started to question it the moment that you refuse to continue to entertain those connections or work with them. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse here, you might have not want to work with them, but we might also be talking about, in French we say to caress people in the direction of the hair, meaning, being politically correct, So it might be both, but at a certain moment there was a breakage, like you playing the game. This is the thing, playing the game. You were not willing to play the game anymore, right? And there is some kind of emotional distance here. Okay, tell me more here about the Six of Cups. Another two, the Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, listen, you took distance here. You took distance because you were not in alignment with them. They were not in alignment with you. Because they were not in alignment with themselves at the end of the day, But yeah, so there was no balance in this connection. Kind of feel that maybe now they understand that. Okay, let's go to the Queen of Swords. The King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, emotional manipulation. You could see through it. You could see through it. Yeah. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, listen, I kind of feel that, maybe you could feel that you were not operating like other people, right? Maybe you were trying to adapt yourself for some time. Because, let's be honest, most people are operating like you are the weird one at the end of the day. And it's sad to say because you are not the weird one. You are the word that come to me, but I don't think that it's the right word in English. But the word that come to me, it is, you are the simple one. You are the authentic one. I kind of feel that in English, simple, it's like stupid. And it's not what I mean. Simple, it's like... you don't make it complicated. You are transparent. You are what you see is what you get. You understand what I mean? It's in this sense that I'm using simple. So you should be the majority, but we are in a world where most people are not operating this way. They are not. They are presenting an image. They are making people understand things. They are not expressing themselves. There are a lot of things that they are not saying also because they are afraid that if they say, then I don't know. There is something here, the nice way to say it, it's diplomatic. When being diplomatic, when we are talking with, diplomatic, it's very well until it's not, right? Until it's lying, manipulating, hiding, being dishonest. because it's not the beautiful diplomacy where you are learning how to say things the right way, right? This is not what we are talking about. We are more talking about maintaining something politically correct because people want to be able to have access. You know what I mean? Something like that. So yeah, emotional manipulation, I kind of feel that you felt it, but you might have thought, because you were in a minority, you thought that you needed to adapt yourself. Which, at the end of the day, I don't think that this is what you were meant to do. But being the free thinker, being the, the different one, it's difficult. It's difficult, right? And truly, you might have doubted yourself, wondering truly if you are the problem, because everybody is operating in this, I want to say, hypocritical way. There is something very hypocritical from my point of view. Yeah, from my point of view. Okay, let's see here. The Six of Swords. The Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, listen. So interesting. First of all, the Five of Wands in reverse, right? You stop trying to convince them. You stop trying to fight to be heard, right? You let it go. There is a lot of energy here of letting go, you know? You let go. So here, you were not ready to compete with them. You were not ready to do all those kind of things. I kind of feel here, considering the placement of the card, that they might want to compromise in some kind of way with you now that they understand your value, right? Because before that, I told you, I kind of feel that they underestimated you, right? They underestimated your value in the past. Once again, we have here the lack of inner silence. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. This is being very agitated, mentally agitated, overthinking. This totally reflects on the Six of Swords here, right? It's kind of, you are in their mind all the time, thinking, maybe getting aha moments, you know? This might be the painful part here, right? Because what they might realize, in fact, we have the Seven of Swords here, right? So what they might realize, now with the Seven of Swords, we are talking about lying, manipulating, cheating, cunning, backstabbing, trying to get away with things, you know, without confronting them. So I kind of feel that this might be what is agitating them now, because they realize that they are the liars. They are the people that are using words with manipulative intentions. They are the ones that are not being real, authentic, right? They are the ones that are valuing fakeness over authenticity. And I kind of feel that this is, because I said with the Four of Swords here and the Six of Swords, both of them in reverse, this is truly, I kind of feel the Nine of Swords here. People that are unable to sleep, right? We have here 4 swords and 6 swords, it's 10 swords, right? I kind of feel that there is here truly something that it's very heavy on their mind. It's very heavy on their mind. Okay. Let's see here. The Ace of Swords. You have a lot of swords. Yeah. Yeah, listen, it is painful. Why? First of all, because it kind of feels that now they are a little bit overwhelmed. Six of Cups. They are overwhelmed by their memories of you, right? They thought that they were in control, and they are not. They are not in control, right? This is the first thing. I will put it back. It was just... And then we have the star in reverse, right? So they realize now, in fact, that you were always with your authenticity in alignment with who you are. So yes, you might have lost yourself. I don't know if lost yourself is the right word. You might have tried to adapt yourself to what at the end of the day it is a lower vibration. But as said, you know, when there are some psychological experiments that have been made, you know, with the pressure of the group, and like in those experiments, what we see is that people, they have let's say that they are showing a board, right? And there is a red dot on the board. It's obvious that it's red, but everybody who is participating to the experiment, is saying it's not red, it is black, it's purple, it's green, it doesn't matter, it's blue, it doesn't matter, right? But they are saying something that is obviously not true. The person who sees it as it is, no, it is red, in the beginning they will say, no, it's red. But when the whole group is coming and telling them, no, you are wrong, it is not red, they are starting to doubt themselves, right? This is the impact of the quantity of people. You are truly starting to wonder, you know, and this is also what's happening in dysfunctional families. This is what's happening in groups of bullying. This is what is happening in cult mentalities. Somebody who is the authority is saying something, some kind of truth. It can be the biggest lie that there is, but because this person has authority, even if people think differently, they don't dare to even say it because they are afraid of all the group. They are afraid of themselves being judged, right? So there might have been the simply this element that you thought that you were the problem because you were surrounded by people who were operating from something different, right? And they might have made you feel uncomfortable when you were truly being yourself. So you might have tried to adapt yourself, but at the end of the day, you know, here's the thing. I kind of feel that they realize now that you are the one here that is totally in control. The tower is in reverse. Why is it in reverse? Because your foundation is stable. Why your foundation is stable? Because you are living in truth, right? This is why your foundation is stable. This is why liars, at the end of the day, they take their strength of convincing a lot of people of their lies, and it works for some time, but at the end of the day, they are very, very fragile. But you being in your truth, your foundation is great, so your life around can totally go down, right? You might even doubt of your own foundation, but knowing that you are operating from a pure place, it is giving you a lot of strength, and they don't have it. We have the star in reverse here. People who are not acting from their higher self. They are not. And now they are stressed out. So while they could maintain whatever narrative they built to feel comfortable with their way of acting, everything was fine. But then there is the black sheep. I'm seeing the black swan, you know, coming by. You are the black swan. I won't call you the black sheep anymore. You are the black swan, you know. That no, there is a way to live differently. All their justifications for doing whatever they were doing, living the way that they were living, treating you the way that they were treating you, realizing that in fact they were feeding themselves of lies, and they might have lost somebody very, very precious because you are honest, because your values are aligned with real values, right? So now there is this discomfort that there was not before, because in a narrative, you know, everybody is acting this way, and those who are not acting this way, it's because they are stupid, right? With you, it doesn't hold. You are the black swan. Doesn't hold. Okay. So the truth that is coming out at the end of the day, it is that they are fragile. They are fragile. You are not. I don't know if I shuffled or not. Is there anything more here about this Ace of Swords? The Nine of Swords in reverse. You see, while they are all stressed out now, right? You are sleeping well. You have no nightmares. But you have no nightmares because you are being yourself. You are being transparent. Right? So you might fear other people, but you don't fear your own thoughts. Chances are that you can sit with yourself and be at peace and be happy. Those might be people that cannot face their own thoughts. Because of all those fake narratives, right, that they are building and believing, because it is comfortable. Tell me here, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Talking about a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, having the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's a catastrophe, right? Because this person, they are all about pentacles. The pentacles are blocked. They feel here a missed opportunity with you. Because I kind of feel that you see them exactly for who they are now. It's all about, what can you do for me? How are you shining on me? What can I take from you? How are you flattering my pride and my ego? Right? And before, they have underestimated you. So at a certain moment, maybe they thought that they couldn't use you in any kind of way. So you decided to take distance. Right? You are good. You are in a good place. I know that you are in a good place because considering the people that we are talking about, if they have any kind of regrets, it's not because you are in a dump, right? If you are in a dump, they would continue with their narrative. So it kind of truly feels here with the Queen of Swords, there is also something about authority, about a Queen of Swords, somebody who is respecting their words. So this person invites respect, right? So having a Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, yeah, they see you as a missed opportunity now. And once again, we have the regret, the Six of Cups. 6. We have a lot of sixes here. We had them here and we also had them here. No? Did I dream? Maybe. I don't know. Listen, the Six of Cups. I have explained to you the Six of Cups. Yes, they are thinking about you now and understanding that there is a missed opportunity, and considering the kind of people that we are talking about, they have lost access to you, and for some kind of reason now, they regret that they have lost access to you. Maybe because they respect your perception now, and there is something that they need from you. Maybe because you have gained some kind of respect, maybe even by taking distance, right? It might be as simple as that. The fact that you refuse to play this game might have been enough for them to say, oh, wow, what's going on here, right? Okay, let's see. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you are not willing to work with them. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. The Page of Wands. They see something different now, right? They received some kind of message about you. There is here some kind of message about you. There is here something that makes them look at you in a very, very different light. And I kind of feel that you are not interested to deal with those people anymore, whoever we are talking about. And now, They wish they could. But when they had access, they made it so painful that, you know, you had no other choice but to take distance, right? So, yeah. Okay, let's see the Tower. The Tower in reverse. The Fool in reverse. They never, ever, ever thought that you would take distance. They never thought that you would have the courage to believe in yourself and take distance. They thought that you were desperate to be accepted by them. And maybe you wanted to be accepted by them. Maybe you wanted to be understood by them, to be supported by them. But I kind of feel that instead of understanding that it was coming from a place of love, they thought that it was coming from a place of weakness. And I don't think that it came from a place of weakness. It might have come from a place, an unhealed place, maybe. Yeah, listen, the Fool in reverse. And the Six of Swords. You took distance and you are peaceful. You are peaceful. They never saw this coming. With the Fool here in reverse, I kind of think that they never thought that you had faith in yourself. They, you know, I said in the beginning that they underestimated you. I kind of feel that they have underestimated, they have overestimated themselves. And I kind of feel that they have overestimated themselves and that whatever you did coming from a place of love, willingness to be part of, they took you as you are weak and of course you want to be with us. I don't know if I will accept you because what can you do for me, right? They thought that you were coming from a place of weakness. So they never thought that you would have the courage to move away. And you did. And you didn't break down. You didn't. So you might have, we saw a lot, the smear campaigns, people attacking you, treating you like shit, all those kind of things. But I kind of feel that this was the difficult part. But it didn't succeed to truly break you because you had a good foundation, because you know who you are, right? It would have broken you truly if you didn't know who you are, if you didn't try your best all the time, because I kind of feel that even if you have been in a very, very dark place at a certain moment because of this toxic environment here, right? That you are not seen for who you are, you have to defend everything that you say, you are treated like a liar, you are underestimated. I kind of feel that even if there is something inside of you that you might identify as the highest or your higher self or the angels or the guides, whoever who came and supported you in a more earthy energy, I will say that it is you knowing who you are, the strength that there is, knowing that you always did your best and that you were coming from a place of authenticity. This is a huge, huge, overlooked strength. Okay, let's get into the Eight of Cups. Beautiful. Listen. You understood that you are dealing here with people who are all into manipulation, all about all those kind of bullshit, right? You took distance, right? Focused on your future, focused on you, focused on your healing, moving forward. That's it, that's all. You put truly all your energy into moving forward. Yeah. I kind of feel that all the energy that you put before in trying to defend yourself, being seen for who you are, being understood, finding the support, all of this energy, suddenly it was available to you, right? Because you understood here. We have the King of Swords here in the reverse, right? So people who are playing the game because it's all about power, status, money, all those kind of things. And I kind of feel that at a certain moment you understood that it's like playing a game and that you might not be interested in playing this game, right? This is kind of what I feel here. Let's go to closure. Closure, please. Closure, please. Yeah, the Wounded Warrior. I kind of feel that this truly represents you dealing with those people. Yeah? But look at what we have here. We have, after the 9 of Wands in the upright, the Wounded Warrior, right? Dealing with those people, this is what there was. You were a wounded warrior. All the time going through another slap in the face, another slap in the face, another slap in the face. And yeah, you held up. You held up. Look, following that we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. You put down those burdens. You put down those burdens. You took the lead of your life. Yeah, you healed. You healed. I kind of feel that you understood that there is nothing there, right? You were trying so much to adapt yourself, be accepted by them, being seen by them. At the end of the day, you understood that it's all bullshit. Yeah, look. 7 of Cups, illusions and delusions. Yeah, so you put up your boundaries. Sorry. And you got out of this miserable place. Investing in yourself. Investing in yourself. Investing in your future. Not looking at them anymore. Because I kind of feel that you understood that every word that is coming out of their mouth is corrupted. It's all corrupted. So you didn't even try to convince them anymore. Yeah, look. The Knight of Cups in reverse. This is the smooth talker. Yeah. I kind of feel here we have the Knight of Swords in the upright. Yeah, it was kind of a cutting truth for you to realize that. But the second that you realized, right, that at the end of the day, it was or you became the sheep, right, or you embraced the goat that you are and you are moving forward, letting all of this behind because it is not your energy, right? The moment that you did that, right, there was a shift in your energy. You understood that it is all, you might have realized that whatever was coming out of their mouth, it was all empty words. You might have truly listened. If you are, for example, in the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, right? Your love language, it is to know people, know what they like, what they don't like. It's truly putting your energy in feeling who are the people around you. So you might have tried to do that just to realize that at the end of the day, you were reminding things that people said to you, and in fact, it was all bullshit. You understand? And then suddenly you understood, you know what? I'm dealing here with ghosts. I'm not interested. I'm moving forward, yes. And you made the choice of your higher self. finding harmony within yourself. Simple. Stop listening to them, their judgment, their critics. You stopped. You took back your power. The high priestess and the hermit. And this is the moment that you understood. Yeah, you understood that you were dealing with people who were trying to be in control, right? They were trying to be in control. And this is why there was nothing that was truly authentic. And while you might have taken their words as authentic, realizing that at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know, you left it behind. Yeah, listen, I kind of feel here, we saw the Six of Cups coming up twice. They are thinking about you. They understand now, but we know that, right? They understand now that, you know, let's say that maybe the thing that we didn't say yet that is truly coming up here, it is kind of, I feel that they understand that at the end of the day, you might have been the only person that they could truly trust. You were the best ride and die that they could ever have. And they have overlooked you. And they have overlooked you until you stopped doubting yourself and you stopped overlooking yourself, but you needed to take distance because the moment that you have awakened to something, it was not interesting anymore. You might have truly seen that as, you know, I see, you know, when you are in school, you know, and there are all the groups and like very immature. I kind of feel at the moment that you saw it for what it is, you said, you know what? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with that. I don't need them to understand me. I don't need them to accept me. I don't want to play their game. I don't want that. Goodbye. And that's it. That's all. So listen, I will leave it here. I hope that it was insightful. Maybe even healing. I'll see you in the comments. Until very, very soon. Bye.